So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Share the video, of course, if you enjoyed, if you feel it was useful. Now let's get into this. So Billy Joe and Chris Eubank Jr. are at it again. They're, well, more so Billy Joe this time. I think Billy Joe is trolling Eubank Jr. on Twitter purely because Eubank Jr. and, you know, Eubank Jr., you can laugh at this in a sense that Eubank Jr. is laughing at it, but his home was ransacked by burglars, and you know that part's not funny. That's a real scummy thing to do for like someone to ransack someone's home. But Eubank Jr. actually mocked the burglars, saying that they missed the most valuable possessions. All right, and he's posted CCTV footage identifying them. Now, when he says the most valuable possessions, I'm assuming he's not referring to the IBO title, because I'm assuming the burglars didn't probably want to take that. Hardly valuable. But Billy Joe Saunders has come out and actually said on a tweet, he said, "Premier Boxing, please sort your fighter a date out. He is now committing fake. He's now committing fake insurance claim, which is fraud in the UK." So Billy Joe, not exactly sympathetic, it has to be said, in terms of Eubank Jr. You know, Eubank Jr., I was going to say he's kind of like a Marmite character. You know, you either love him or you hate him, but he's not really that. I think he's a guy people do love to just hate. You know, some people do like him. You know, Eubank Jr., he's entertaining. You know, from a sheer entertainment point of view, I like watching Eubank Jr. fight. You know, he'd be one of the fighters that I'd religiously watch. I think I actually paid for him versus James DeGale. It's one of the few times I ever actually paid for a pay-per-view. I did pay for him and James DeGale, it has to be said, on ITV when they were doing pay-per-views. And, you know, Eubank Jr. as a fighter, he's fun to watch. As a guy outside the ring, you know, he can be quite, I think he's calmed down a bit since the George Grove loss. He's not as kind of mouthy, or, you know, I don't want to say silly, but he's not as kind of mouthy as he was prior to the George Groves fight, which is nearly 2 years ago now. And Eubank Jr., a lot of people really do kind of get on his case because he's not won a world title yet. You know, he claims the WBO or the IBO is a world title, which it's not. You know, this, that and the other. People get on Eubank's case a lot. But when I look at Eubank, and some people say as well that he's not been managed well because he's fighting on PBC, he's in the States, he's doing this. I always say that, yeah, like, some of the moves Eubank Jr.'s made, you know, like not taking the Golovkin fight, the ITV deals going awry, stuff that and the other, they're not great. But look at the big picture. Eubank Jr. is a millionaire, you know, multi-millionaire, okay? He's never won a world title. There are world champions like Ricky Burns, 3-weight world champion. Eubank Jr. probably has made more money from boxing without winning the world, and seriously, he probably has made more money from boxing than someone like a Ricky Burns, 3-weight world champion. So Eubank Jr., maybe he's not fulfilled potential that's there. May I say potential, unknown potential, because you don't know how good he really is, because he makes all these flaws. He is very arrogant, doesn't listen to his trainer. But, you know, Eubank Jr., from a managerial point of view, you know, he has done well for himself, it has to be said. And obviously, as I said before, it's not nice when someone's house gets ransacked. But him and Billy Joe, I just think all roads lead to a rematch between these two. How many years will it be now? It'll be 6 years now come November that they fought, you know. 6 years. Is this going to be like George Groves, James DeGale, where they had one fight when they were on their way up for a British title, and there was constant, you know, back and forth about rematches, this, that and the other, but obviously it never materialised. Both guys ended up retiring. Is that kind of going to be how it is with Billy Joe and Eubank, that they're just going to be constantly going back and forth, you know, seemingly for the end of time, you know? That's the way it seems. But yeah, you know, Eubank Jr., he is a character that, you know, people do tend to love to hate. I really don't. I'm indifferent. Like, I like watching Eubank Jr. fight. Yes, some of the stuff he says can be annoying, but like, I tend to turn the other cheek about a lot of them kind of things. You know, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's when someone, you know, bigs themselves up and, you know, tries to shit talk other people when they've done fuck all with themselves. You know, I see that all the time. You know, just think off the top of my head, I can just think of, you know, certain people specifically who, you know, they've done fuck all, and all they do is just boast about this, that, and the other. And okay, but Eubank Jr., no, he is a millionaire, and obviously it's not nice when your house gets ransacked. But Billy Joe, obviously not exactly feeling sympathetic. So quick video here. This is my thoughts on this. Just said I'd make a video and address it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.